Hello everyone, Neil from Merchant Informer here. So today I'm going to get on the computer and just do a little bit of research. I have not really sat down and looked at anything beforehand. I've actually been away with no internet. It's just kind of going to be a fresh research session, and we're just going to kind of see where we go. I'm going to start looking for trends. I know Halloween is coming up, so that might skew the results just a little bit. I'm going to see if I can come up with some lower niche down kind of niches that I can maybe go into or put a spin on, and we will see what we get. So before I get into it, we actually pushed an update to the blog. If you go to merchantinformer.com, click on blog at the top here, about the Merchant Informer Book Hunter, which is actually another great tool in order to find low competition niches. But today I'm going to be doing most of my work inside of Merchant Informer. So as you can see, we are logged in. Now I'm going to start looking for trends. So we're going to come down to the Trend Hunter and the Movers and Shakers module here. Now the way that this is set up is that we can look at daily, weekly, and monthly. Now in the Movers and Shakers, what this is going to show us is it's going to show us over a day, a week, or a month the biggest drop in BSR. So this could be because you got one sale, it could be because you got 10 sales. Sometimes you're not going to find any trends at all, but what this is really good for is if you come in here, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months before a trend is taking off, if you just scroll through these and look at the graph, you might be able to find a trend that is in the future, that is just starting to get popular, and you'll be able to jump on it fairly quickly. So as I said, I've not actually taken a look at these. So let's see, this says, I grow my own food if I could find bacon seeds. So that's not really a trend. That's a pretty cool Halloween shirt. Pit crew. Now again, when I'm coming down here, this is a gym shirt. I'm looking for something that it's going to be a trend. So it's not going to be an evergreen, such as this Legends Were Born in October shirt. This is probably going to sell year round if it's popular and people are finding it. Let's see, let's open this up. Great nails don't happen by chance, they happen by appointment. That is not a bad niche to go into. I wouldn't copy that phrase, but there's probably a lot you could do there. Again, not a trend. Nurses, US flag, lollipop, 5th grade. So I actually don't know. Let me open this up. So I don't know when school is actually in session. I've been out of school for a while. So when does school start? I will just open a new tab and Google it. So it starts in August 13th, which means school is still in session. So there's really not a trend there. Nothing really there. So if you come back and you look at this graph, you can see it didn't sell, sales rank is very, very high. Right here, probably sold once. And again, it sold right here. Maybe twice on this drop. But again, not really a trend, so we'll keep going. Let's see here. Vacation, Atlanta, llama corn. Now this is a niche I am not familiar with. So if you're not familiar with anything, instead of just asking a Facebook group, just Google it. MGTOW is a mostly pseudonym online. Unity of Men supported. Okay, so this by itself, I don't know if this is trademark. So let's just go over to tests and we will take a look. Now, this right here looks like a movement to me. So this movement might have a trademark, it might not. This is probably something I'd stay away from. T-shirts, it has been abandoned though. Abandoned because no statement of use or extension request timely filed. Okay, so this might be okay to use. Now, if I'm going to step away from the Trend Hunter real quick. I'm going to go over to the product search, and we're just going to check out the niche as a whole for whatever this movement is. What is actively selling? Are people buying it? Let's get a better idea of this niche and maybe we can get some ideas of how to spin something off in another direction. All right, so the results are back. It looks like the average BSR is very high, so this probably isn't the best niche to go into. We got some reviews. Yeah, I would probably stay away from this niche just because it might be a movement. Now, again, if you're looking for in the product search, it's going to show you the shirts that are actively selling. That doesn't mean we're not going to include all the shirts that aren't selling, because you're not really competing with someone who can't get any, search presence. So if you go to merchresearch.com, it's going to redirect you to Merch Informer. Put in the term here. So we're going to put MGTOW, click search t-shirts, and you'll see that there's 161 results. So that to me says this is actually a pretty small niche. Remember, if we're back here in the product search, this niche is not selling too well. But when we Googled it, remember, I didn't know what it was. It's called Men Going Their Own Way. It says it's a website. So if we open this as a Wikipedia page, yeah, there's different levels to this, whatever this is. I would definitely stay away from this. So even though it has a trademark that's been abandoned, even though there's a niche here with 161 results, and you know that there are selling t-shirts here, when we do our research properly, remember I just opened up a wiki page here. It said it was a website right here, and it's kind of a movement. Don't do that. This movement, they were there first. They came up with this movement. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There's no reason to infringe on their possible IP when there are a lot of different products and niches out there that you can go into. So let's actually try to go back to the Trend Hunter, and we will actually, hopefully, find something that we can use and go into. So I'll scroll down here. Let me find where I was at. It was right here. Go to Grandma, Kelly Kush. So weed shirts just became popular as they are just allowed. That is not too bad of a design, kind of expensive though. Looks like it is selling. But it is only sold what looks like to be twice so far. Could be SR, but that might be something you want to go into. I would not call that a trend though. Those were probably going to be popular year round now that they're allowed. Choctaw Blood. I'm going to close out some of these tabs. I tend to open a lot of tabs when I'm doing research and going through and looking for trends. Let's see, Choctaw Native, Halloween, birthday. So right off the bat, looking at this, I have no idea what that means. So again, copy that, paste it, search Google. They're a Native American people originally occupying what is the southeastern United States. Okay, so this shirt is going to be for people who are related to this Native American tribe. Now, I pop in and out of modules all the time, so if you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments below. I'll get back to you. I'm going to put this in the product search again, and I'm going to search what shirts on Amazon for this Native American tribe are selling. And while this is going on, I'm actually going to open a new tab. And I'm going to search for biggest Native American tribes. Open up this link. Looks like the 10 largest. So right here, Cherokee, Navajo, Choctaw is the third biggest. So the population of 158,000 out of, I think there's about 300 million in the US. Relatively small niche, but they might be very passionate. They might be buyers. So if we come back here, see the average BSR is 1.3 million. Here is the keyword count, and there's a lot of different keywords in here. Come down and take a look at what is selling. So we saw this right here, fairly good design. We saw, actually we didn't see any of these other ones. Not Today, Colonizer. Some of these are pretty funny, but as you can see, they're selling, so we can open these up. And we can take a look at them. Never underestimate a woman who has Cherokee blood and was born in December. So they probably put Choctaw in the keywords right here. So this is actually designed for Cherokee, which if we go over here is actually the biggest population of Native American tribes in the US. And where's that design we just opened? So there's another Choctaw design. I might be butchering that name, so I'm sorry if I am. And this is a Cherokee design. So if we come back and we look at these different designs, we can see that this niche seems to be selling. There's a lot of different phrases maybe we can come up with. I'm very unfamiliar with the niche. So let's actually take this name and merchresearch.com, and we'll see the total amount of products here. So 213 results for Choctaw, or Choctaw, however you say it. And some of them have reviews. So this niche, it has 213 results. It looks like 139 of them have actually really sold. So I would consider this niche something to look into for sure. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back here and I'm going to go to my favorites and I'm gonna add a category and I'm gonna call this one Research Today. Okay, let's save that. Now what this does is just a category tree. You can move these in and out. This is my dummy account, so you've probably seen the back end of this before. You click your favorite products here, there's nothing there. So if we head back to the product search, I'm going to add this to my favorites. Remember, scroll up, click add to favorites, put this in that folder. It's going to say success here. Now when you go to your favorites, you click that, you're going to see this product, which you can then download and look at later. But remember, I'm not looking to copy this design, I'm just thinking about these keywords. So Choctaw, however you say that, I'm going to look that up later, and I'm going to see what I can do in that niche that hasn't been done before. Because when we open this up, and we saw there's 213 results, so this is a very small niche. I would consider it a very small niche, and it is selling. So there's definitely some room to go on and make some sales there. So that's what we're looking for. Remember, we're looking to niche down. But we started looking for trends. That's why this is really, really great, because you might find a trend, but you might find an evergreen niche like that. Now, that is only one Native American tribe. Remember, I had opened this up. You could then go through, because we found there is demand here. For every single one of these, you could run these through Merch Informer. So let's actually do that for Navajo. I'll just show you how that works. Again, come over here. Navajo, we're going to search. It's going to give you all of the auto-suggest keywords. We're going to search merch by Amazon shirts in the US. Going to click search. And I'm actually going to get rid of some of these. We'll keep this one open for now. And we'll wait for this to pull back all the results. All right, so it's pulled back the results. Again, the average BSR is a little bit high. We have all these keywords here. But it looks like this niche is not selling as well, even though this is apparently the #2 largest Native American tribe in the US. Come back here, we can look through here. Looks like there's some Native American designs. Proud to be a Navajo. So there's definitely, I mean, this BSR is high. If you're doing designs yourself or you're actual artist, there's definitely room to go in here. So I might just add, let me take a look here. I'm not actually sure what that is. It says official. Yeah, so there's definitely some things you can do in here, but if you're not completely familiar with the culture or Native American art, you're going to need to do some more research. And on the surface here, I'm not going to be really diving too deep. Remember, we started looking for trends. Again, if I had more time and I wasn't doing a video, I'd probably run all 10 of these through Merch Informer just to see what is out there and selling. But for now, we added one product to the favorites, as you can see here. This Choctaw, I'm going to take a look into that later. I think there's definitely some room to go into that niche. It's a small one and it's selling. But we started with trends, so let's actually head back here and see if we can find a trend or if we get sidetracked again. So I was down here somewhere. It was right here. All right, let's keep going. Skip a straw, save a turtle. Now, I'm going to open this one, funny enough, because I was watching Shark Tank last night, and it was about straws and saving the planet. So that might be a niche to go into, just because I was watching Shark Tank, and they said they were doing crazy numbers, like 15,000 a day selling reusable straws. So you could look into that. That might be a niche for t-shirts. I think that's definitely a population that is very passionate. Let's keep going, looking for a trend. See, I love golf. Portland, Bulldogs. Remember, you're not always going to find a trend here. Sometimes you're just going to find shirts that have sold once or twice, and it'll give you an idea of things to search for. All right, so don't do this. Just as an FYI, the U.S. Air Force, don't do any branches of the military. That's a good way to lose your account. Yeah, that's still up. That might actually get taken down pretty soon. They got hunting. Okay, this might be a good example. Open a new tab. When does hunting season start? Let's just say in Colorado, because that's where I live. All right, so September 8th through the 23rd, and it is just now October, so we actually missed that. But here you go. That was for archery. If you come down for rifle, deer, elk, and moose, October 1st through the 14th, 13th, 20 through 28. These are different seasons. So this is elk. This is combined deer and elk. Combined deer and elk. November 3rd. So this is coming up in about a month from now, these different hunting for deer, elk, and moose. I'm not sure. So this is just for Colorado. If you're unsure of when hunting season starts, you can just search hunting season start dates, Wisconsin. And you can come in here and you can open up the DNR website and you can see, hey, gun season is coming up. 2018, November 17th through the 25th. So that's about 1 month from now. So I can come back to the Movers and Shakers module and I can say, all right, so this hunting heartbeat shirt, I wouldn't do a hunting heartbeat shirt. It's probably been done to death. But what I can see is that, look, it wasn't popular, and then bam, it dropped down in BSR. So hunting season just so happens to be coming up probably all over the US in about a month from now. So I can go back to the product search. I can look in the merch hunter. Let me just do that. Head over to the merch hunter. I'm going to do hunting. I'm going to do 100,000 and above. I can come down here and I can look for all. So this is a good one. Let's actually open this one up. The average BSR for the past 30 days is very low, so we know that it is selling. Sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about hunting. So you can come down here, you can look at what is selling, but we know that this one right here, the average BSR for the past 30 days is actually quite low. This gives me a very, very, very good signal that yes, hunting season is coming up. I might want to put up a bunch of hunting shirts now so that I can cash in when people start buying hunting shirts. Again, I can click on the BSR price history. That is actually the wrong shirt for this one. And I can say, okay, they did not change the price, but this shirt has been popular. It's been selling a ton, even though they're priced at pretty average. I price pretty average. So that tells me right now, I'm going to add this to my favorites just as a reminder, not to copy that design, but to just go out and find a bunch of different types of hunting shirts, hunting sayings, and outsource them to my VA. And add that to favorites, put it in the research today, and submit. It's been submitted. So if I go to my favorites, I can see it is in here. Now, if you guys are wondering, how do I outsource this to a VA? Maybe this design, something like this, is really complicated for you. It is for me. I have no idea how to design much past this. And you want to outsource something. If you go up here to the Merch Academy and you click that, you log in. I did a lot of very, very long and in-depth videos on how to do the research process, as well as how to actually hire someone that knows what they're doing. That's very, very important. So what I'm going to be doing, which I probably should have done maybe a month ago, a little bit late, is go out there and create a lot of different hunting related t-shirts. So let's just take this as an example and let's go with it. I'm going to head over to Pinterest after I close out these, and we're going to look for, actually let's just open this up and type in hunting sayings. Now we can just open Google Images here. I like my deer, okay, that might not be allowed. I like big bucks and I cannot lie. That's probably allowed. Born to hunt. Let's just take born to hunt as an example. Let's go to tests. Again, we want to make sure we're looking these up. We don't want to be infringing on anyone's trademarks. Born to hunt. We're going to submit that. 6 records found. Now, this one's live and this one's live, so we're just going to search this. 025 is t-shirts, but it says hats. Okay, so this looks like it's only for hats in 025. It needs to have a serial number and a registration number to be considered totally live. As you see, this one is dead. So this isn't even in the right goods and services mark. We can't check this one because it is live. So actually, let's check this one first. 025 hats. I think that's one we just clicked. Maybe not. I don't see t-shirts anywhere in there. I'm going to click this one. Now this one hasn't fully gone through. This says clothing, shirts, hats. There's t-shirts in here. Let's go to the TSDR. All right, so this application actually got suspended, it looks like. So, born to hunt should be acceptable. Now, if we head over to, again, I'm just going to open up merch research. This is going to show us the total amount of shirts on Merch by Amazon for born to hunt. This isn't going to be in any order or anything like that. There's only 19 results for born to hunt. Now you see this right here took it to a different level. They didn't just say born to hunt. They said born to hunt, forced to work. Not a bad idea. It has sold. Let's see, born to hunt, forced to work. This is the same thing. So you can use born to hunt. You don't have to put born to hunt, forced to work like these guys are doing. Be unique. Come to the market with something unique. But as you can see, there's only 19 results. Only 19 results. And we found that because, again, we found in the Trend Hunter that hunting season is coming up. We found some hunting stuff. We put in our favorites to go back and look through later. We just decided to Google hunting sayings. You know, if you're not familiar with hunting, you've never shot a gun in your life, but you want to sell hunting shirts, you have to educate yourself on the niche. So we searched for hunting sayings. We went to images, which is a good way to just visually see these sayings. We saw born to hunt. We looked it up on tests, so the Trademark electronic search system. We made sure, yes, you can use this. You are allowed to use that on Merch by Amazon. We went through, we looked at the different trademarks that were either live or dead. And then we looked at merch research here. We made sure, okay, how many shirts are actually out there? Not how many are selling, but how many are actually up on Merch by Amazon. And we came to the conclusion there's 19. And if you open a few of these, this BSR is 2 million, but it has sold. Let's see if this one is sold. This one is also sold. This one is not sold. And we've already opened that one up. So this isn't a super popular niche, but you know two things. You know that hunting season is coming up, so if you put up hunting shirts and you can put a born to hunt shirt up with the right keywords and get it in front of people, you can definitely sell because there is going to be demand there. The trend is coming up, and you know that because you went to the Trend Hunter first. So let's just head back over and we can keep going. Let's see if we can find something else before I wrap this video up. That hunting example was actually a very, very good one. If you're not specifically looking at the Trend Hunter every day, you're probably going to miss this. You're probably going to go, okay, hunting heartbeat, didn't sell really at all, and then it sold once. Who cares? But if you sit back and you think about it, hunting season only happens, a couple times a year. I'm a big hunter, so I might be wrong on that, but you look it up, you do further research in the niche, and you say, hunting season is coming up. I better get some shirts up. And by the time you have shirts up and are selling, it's not going to matter when people put their hunting shirts up a month from now. You're already ranked in search, and you're already making money while they're trying to catch up. They'll never beat you. Let's keep going here. Grandma to B, that's not a trend. Bride, not a trend. Remember, you're not always looking for trends. I'm looking for trends for the sake of the video, but if you come in here, it's also a really great way to look for niches. I'm Ninja. I love avocado. Now, the fact that this is selling is just incredible. That's a design I could probably do. But this is another good point to make. This design, priced, middle of the road. The design, I think everyone would agree, not that great. But the key here is that they got their keywords right. They put the keywords in there that would allow them to get search visibility. And once they get that search visibility, then they can sell. So if this design was 10 times better and they could get search visibility, I guarantee you they'd sell at least double the shirts. So not only is it search visibility, but it's also design quality as well. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your searching. The Nutcracker. See, I think the Nutcracker might be trademarked. Definitely stay away from trademarks. I might be wrong on that, but just throwing that out there. Taco cuddling. Pregnancy shirt. So I'm coming down here, and again, I'm really not seeing many trend shirts, but that's okay. I'm getting some ideas here. So what is this? This looks interesting. Geologic timeline. Huh. That's an interesting niche, but what I can tell you is when you're coming through the search results on Amazon, if you rank this shirt and someone is doing this, searching for a design, see how I just went right past it? No one can read that in the search results. So if you found a way to take some kind of design like this, it's a very, very good idea. You can take that, blow it up, make sure it's readable when people are scrolling through the results. I think that would get a lot more sales. I've never got a complaint that a design I put up is too big. I've just never happened. So let's see. I have OCD, obsessive cruising disorder. I don't know anything about cruises. So when is cruise season? Oh my god. Block, block, block. Okay, let's see here. Once it's June through August. I guess it depends on where you're cruising, doesn't it? So that might be, again, this cruise season might be coming up for certain areas, so that definitely might be something to take a look into. Let's open this up again. Let's just take a look in not the merchant search, the product search. We are going to see if cruise t-shirts and merch by Amazon are popular at all. Now I have a bunch of these open. I'm going to close them again. Get a little tab happy. All right, so it looks like we have 199 shirts. Average BSR 1.9 million. We can come down here. Family cruise squad. So it looks like, a lot of the times it depends on what people are going to be shoving in in their listings here, but this is interesting. This has a very low BSR. Okay, so that's a fairly decent design, I think. But it says it's a cruise shirt tee. The cruise season definitely might be coming up. Family cruise. This is just a niche I literally have never looked into before, so this is kind of interesting. Not bad. Price very, very low. That person should probably raise their price. They have 3 reviews. Cruise 2000. So this, okay. So this person knows what's up. What this person is doing is they realized, I don't know if they use Merchant Informer or what, but they came in here and they realized, hey, 2019 isn't even here yet, but there are probably people who booked cruises in 2019. I'm going to get up some 2019 cruise shirts. So they put them up fairly cheap. I don't know if they where they made this design, but they should probably work a little bit on their spacing. But that being said, they are selling this shirt already. It's not even 2019. So they got a head start on everyone else. This is a really, really good example. Cruise season might be coming up. I found this in the Trend Hunter. They realize this is a niche and people are going to continue going on cruise vacations. So they got them up a whole, not a whole year, but months in advance from the year even happening. And they're already selling. 2019 isn't even here and they're already selling this design right here. Now, I am not an artist, but line these lines up. Every little thing is a little bit off, but this person knows what they're doing. They should just work on their design quality. So this is how you need to be thinking. Find a niche, think about the future, and make sure you're coming to the market with something new and really, really good. Girls Trip Cruisin' and Boozin'. That is also selling fairly well. 1 review. Price kind of high. Cruise Squad, 7 Mile Beach, Cayman Island. I bet they have a cruise something in there. Alright, I'm going to add this to my favorites because that is just smart. Putting things in the future. So, again, add it to the favorites. You can come over here, select this, and see it's in the favorites. So let's just say you've done all your research. Now, if I was not doing this on a video, I'd probably go through here and add, 10 more for each of these niches. I don't want to add just a single one to the Choctaw niche, not just a single hunting shirt. I'm going to find things. So this is an evergreen shirt. Hunting is going to be a trend because it's coming up in a month or two now. And this one, cruising, is probably a year-round evergreen shirt, but in this particular case, it might become cruise season pretty soon. Again, not sure, haven't done a ton of research into it, but I really like that they're putting cruise shirts out for the next year. So again, I'd come in here, I'd probably do, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 in each niche here, because remember, these are products, but they represent a big niche and a big opportunity. So once I've added all of these, I'd probably download the product list, which then you can choose, what do I actually want to download? So maybe I want to download the title. So the title is going to have, the niches in them. And maybe I want the features because I want to see the bullet points and the price. So I can hit submit. And what that's going to do is it's going to download it up here. You can double click that. All right, now as you can see, this has opened. So I have the title, the price of everything, and these are going to be the features of each of these listings. So I can click these and I can read through these later. Now, if I was actually going to send this to a VA or my designer or something like that, I'd probably include a link so people can see. But again, I would do deeper research. I want to come to the market with something unique. So remember when we found this hunting shirt, we weren't going to put, sorry, I wasn't listening. No, I was talking about hunting. We were going to put, again, we Googled hunting sayings. We went to images and we saw, okay, born to hunt. Now remember, you have to look that up on tests, make sure it's good to go. Check the niches on Amazon. But I can put born to hunt on a t-shirt that's in the hunting niche. Very, 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 very low competition, as you saw in the beginning of this video, and go from there and get a lot of different types of shirts created. So that is just one way that I do my research. If you guys can mimic this kind of research process, you can do exactly what I just showed you how to do. You know, come in here, look at the trend hunter, find, it doesn't have to be a trend. It could be a trend, but you find low competition niches. There aren't very many results on Amazon. You know, if you don't know something, Google it, put it into Google. You're going to figure out what it means. And after that, you can use a ton of different sayings if you make sure they're right. Bring them onto Amazon, and you know what? If you find a big niche, you can bring unique sayings to the platform. Amazon is going to love you for it, and you're going to end up making sales because the niche as a whole has demand, and you are going to bring that supply. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them below. I'm going to try to get those answered. Like this video and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks so much.